Hello everyone, welcome back to another session with me. This is Sayukta Saxena and today we'll be furthering our series on morphing tangles. Hope you're enjoying the series. Thank you for all your comments and feedback. Today I'm going to be starting with another new tile. I'm working on Apprentice size tile. It is a little bigger than the usual 3.5-inch tile, putting my border in place just in case you're not comfortable working on a blank piece of paper or blank tile. Yes, do start always with a sense of gratitude and appreciation for the best of tools and supplies and for the opportunity to create a beautiful artwork in such a simple and easy way. Yes, let's get started with today's session. So I'm now going to start from one somewhat corner of the tile, not exactly. Start with certain dots, a few of them randomly placed, and start with a tangle called MUNCHIN. Yes, so I'm going to connect two of these dots and then start to land lines starting from that dot onto the base. Something like this. Yes, and then find another dot here. Do the same exercise. So take one of the sides of the previous tangle, find a dot above it, and then start to land lines on that base or on that side. That's the tangle MUNCHIN. No two triangles will have lines in the same direction. So if you continue in this fashion, basically you are forming triangles. Yes, and the triangles will have auras inside, lines starting from the same point and landing on the other side on the base. Keep rotating your tile. Tangle MUNCHIN as in tangle original. Feel free to draw it in any fashion. Just start with some random dots and then you can continue from there. Yes. And then probably we can add a dot here. Take your time. And then probably the last one here. Tangle MUNCHIN. Yes, if you want you can add lines like these here if you want to complete this section. You just have to make sure that the lines are in different directions and they are not running in the same direction. Yes, now from MUNCHIN probably we'll start to add another tangle which is again lines, but the lines will keep changing directions, and this tangle is called NEKTON. Yes, you can also create an enclosure somewhere inside here where you will not add those lines. Randomly I've created a section which I intend to keep empty. You can add same number of lines or you can add different number of lines. Keep changing the direction of the lines every time. Take your time. Yes, so I'm just going to continue like this. Add simple lines. Yes, I'm going to zoom in a little. Yes, so you can start in any fashion. Find those angles where you can change the direction of the line. Try to keep the number of lines similar, more or less similar. You can ink in these tiny spaces in between. will add to the look of your tangle. The lines can be more, the lines can be less. I'm going with some, I think 5 lines at a time. Yes, take your time. So since these are also aura based, this tangle is also aura based, you're not feeling much of a difference as you transition from one tangle to the other. Yes, it's very smooth since both are aura based. Yes, so you can extend these lines like this, touch it here, and then probably extend them more. Yes, just keep changing the angle of the lines, and that's all I'm doing here. So I am still continuing to draw NEKTON, and slowly I'm going to switch to another tangle where these lines will start to recede, start to diminish in size. Yes, and this tangle is called swarm. So I am slowly moving on to another tangle which has lines in the form of auras which diminish in size to form a triangle, something like this, and you can add hidden ones. Keep changing the direction of the lines, diminish them in size to form a triangle. Tangle pattern swarm. It's a beautiful filler tangle. Take your time. Yes, so we have switched to our third tangle. Let us continue to draw this tangle. So I'm drawing auras. These auras must be already reminding you of a certain tangle. Not sure if you can think about it right now. Another tangle which has such diminishing auras. And that will be the next tangle that we draw. So if you are able to understand which tangle, that's nice. That would be good. I think just have to keep changing the direction of the lines. That's important. Yes. So let's now start from here. Take your time. Every time I draw the next swarm, I keep changing the direction of the lines. So just take your time. Draw the way you wish to. No hard and fast rules there. Enjoy the process. Fine lines, fine auras, tangle pattern swarm. Yes. So I have drawn a couple of them. Now I'm going to continue but start to give slight curve to the lines. Continue in the same fashion but try to give a slight curve to the lines. And yes, I will be moving to the next tangle, which is INDY-RELLA. Yes, so let's start with INDY-RELLA now. So INDY-RELLA has these increasing and then diminishing auras. So this is again an aura based tangle which we can very comfortably switch from swarm. Take your time. Yes, so we are now switching to our third tangle, which is INDY-RELLA. Take your time. Be patient. INDY-RELLA has no standard shape, although it does look like the fishes. The shape is that of a rice or a seed. But again, there is no rule that you have to draw the INDY-RELLAs in this fashion only. You can draw these auras in any shape. Yes, so now here, since we don't have any here, I'm going to start drawing my INDY-RELLAs here. You take your time and draw as many as you wish. So once you are done with drawing your INDY-RELLAs, doesn't it look beautiful? I'm going to start with a tangle called Mist and draw these dots at the end. Very crinky, curly lines drawn close to each other, not necessarily. The curl can vary, some short, some long. You can add a slight weight as you start the line and then release the weight. Bring down the dots till the end. Yes, take your time. This tangle is called Mist. You can change the look of this tangle by varying the pen pressure. Take your time, some small, some long. Pressing the pen and then releasing the pressure as I come down. Yes, I'm going to continue like this. Take your time. This place you can add some more INDY-RELLAs if you want, and probably some bit of mist. Yes, so I'm going to continue and fill up this entire space with this beautiful tangle, delicate and fragile mist. Yes, so I'm done with drawing my mist, and now if you want you can just add some random enhancements here and there, or you can add some bit of weight, inking here and there. For example, you can ink one of the sections of your MUNCHIN. That's entirely your choice. Yes, I'm first going to shade and then we shall see if we want to add anything else. We can do that later also. So as far as MUNCHIN is concerned, I'm going to add shade here and here. Places from where lines are emerging and on the base where the lines are landing is where you generally shade your MUNCHIN. Yes, so just take your time, add the graphite, and then blend. Don't blend too much. Blend what is necessary. You want the center highlight. Yes, this part should be white. Then only your MUNCHINs will pop up. Yeah, and then we are going to go ahead and shade the overlaps. Spaces are small, so you just need to touch the tip of your pencil, not much. You can also draw a tangle called wheels here. Wheels is not a Zentangle original, but it is a tangle which fits well here. So you might want to explore adding that tangle wheels instead, or with NEKTON, whichever way you like it. Even Kiko is a tangle which will go well here. Any tangle which has these repeating lines will gel well. Yes, so immediately the shading adds so much to the look of your tile. So as I keep saying, please give it that time. Don't haste up. Don't be in a hurry when you are shading your tile. Your tangling is not complete unless you shade, and you shade nicely so that your tangles start to breathe. I'm just using the tip of my stub, not blending much, because I want the whites to show in between, small stretches of white to be visible. Yes, and then we gradually move on to our tangle swarm. So slight touches. I'm going to highlight the triangles, so you just have to add on one side probably, so that you highlight each triangle. Spaces are small, so just slight touches. Bring it to about half. If you want, you can shade it in a different way. So I'm just highlighting the triangles, and for that I'm just shading one side of the triangle. Yes, so let's continue doing that slowly. Take your time. Tiny triangles there. Go to each. Add a bit of graphite. Like this. Yes, I'm done shading my swarm, and you can see how they pop up. Yes, from the tile, coming out of the tile now. Moving on next to our INDY-RELLAs. INDY-RELLAs you generally shade half. So just adding graphite and spreading it to about half. The remaining half we are going to highlight with our chalk. Some of these INDY-RELLAs which are half to show the transition from one tangle to the other. The lines take a slight curve, but they are still half of INDY-RELLA, not complete. Yes, so that is how you transition if you want to show smooth movement from one tangle to the other. Then might as well introduce some half INDY-RELLAs, just like triangles, before you move on to the complete ones. Yes, take your time, go to each, shade the INDY-RELLAs. You can also highlight your INDY-RELLAs by adding some weight to the curves. Yes, so you added curved lines while you were drawing INDY-RELLAs. You can add some weight to the line in the center, and they kind of get a little more highlight. Almost done shading my INDY-RELLA. Not too much. Slight touches. Blend. Yes. That's it. As far as mist is concerned, I'm just going to add at the edges. Blend, soften the graphite. Just a simple border, adding some graphite at the edges to shade my mist. Like this. You can add some shadow here inside. To add a little mystic feel to this empty space here. Yes. Now if you want, you can add some bit of drama by adding these nice floating black pearls. Add instantly to the look. Yes, wherever you wish to add some drama, you can add one here inside. Yes, let us now use our white chalk. Make sure your pencil is sharp enough. So I'm going to be highlighting the other half of my INDY-RELLAs with the chalk. Yes, take your time, go to each and run the chalk on the second half of your INDY-RELLAs, something like this. Yeah. Now if you think there is some bit of drama missing here, first thing, before we add that drama factor, which if you think is missing, there is a way to add it, but you can also highlight the other half of your swarm with your chalk. So just add some touches so your other half of the swarm gets highlighted, since you added graphite to only half. That's why I keep saying make sure you don't blend too much so that you have those opportunities, small little opportunities to shade if you wish to. Yes. So since we have added graphite to half of the swarm, we can highlight it with a chalk and it pops up a little more. Yes, it does. Now if you think there is some drama factor which is missing on this tile, then this space can be very comfortably used for it. And how? I'm going to show you that now. Let's convert this into a Bronx chair. Yes. So just add some more of these. You can also fill in the space like this if you don't want to draw it like the black pearls. Then you can just leave a small space inside which is not filled up. Leave it empty. Fill up the space with Bronx chairs. Something like this. Yes, we can highlight those white things with our jelly roll, so don't bother about that. And I'm going to add a nice stem there. Add a few more. Make it a little bigger. Something like this. And then I'm going to pick up my jelly roll. Clear the space inside here. And highlight my orbs. That's all you need to add that drama to your tile if you think you need it. Yep, that's it. You are sorted. You can add some graphite here underneath. Yes. Just like a shadow. Blend it. Make sure your jelly roll has dried up, and then you can add some highlight on the other half. Something like this. Just blend it. And that's about it. Yes, I don't think we need anything else here. Small ones. So that's another tile where we have morphed from MUNCHIN to NEKTON to Swarm and to INDY-RELLA. Yes, let's close our tile here. Small little dots. If you find some empty spaces here and there. That's it. So I'm going to put in my chop. Sign and date your tile. So I shall see you again with some more sessions on morphing tangles. Till then, have a good time. Bye bye.